Hi guys, and welcome back to another lesson. In today's lesson we're going to look at evaluating expressions and how we substitute pronumerals with a value. Let's jump straight in. So before we can really begin, it's important that we remember a few things that we've probably learned in year 7. The first one is, what does substitution mean? And substitution means we're replacing something in our expression. Okay, that's the first thing to remember. The second thing to remember is BIDMAS, brackets, indices, division, multiplication, then addition and subtraction. Remembering that we always follow these steps. It's like following a recipe to make a cake. You do your brackets first. Once that's all done, you can look at your indices, then your division, your multiplication, your addition and subtraction. So let's keep those in mind as we do these examples. So we're going to evaluate each expression by substituting 3 for b. So the term evaluate means essentially to solve the problem. So we're going to evaluate by substituting. So the first one, let's substitute 3 in for b. So we end up with 3 plus 4, which gives us 7. Nice, easy one to start with. The next one, which is 2b, take away 11. The first thing we need to remember is that 2b is the same as 2 times b. Okay, and we should always write that out. Eventually you might get to a point where you don't have to write that, but you need to know that 2b equals 2 times b. So 2 times b, so 2 times 3 that is, minus 1, gives us 6 take away 1, which gives us 5 as our answer. Let's evaluate 5a plus 3b by substituting a equals 3 and b equals 2. So the first thing we need to remember is that 5a is the same as 5 times a, and 3b is the same as 3 times b. So we end up with 5 times a plus 3 times b. Now remember, we follow BIDMAS, so we do both our multiplications first. Let's substitute a and b in, and we end up with 5 times 3 plus 3 times 2. And so we do both multiplication first, knowing that 5 times 3 is 15 and 3 times 2 is 6, so we end up with 15 plus 6, and 15 plus 6 gives us 21. One last example, we're going to evaluate each expression by substituting a equals 3, b equals 2, and c equals negative 4. So let's start by expanding this expression so that we get 2 brackets c take away a times b brackets. Now let's substitute them in, and we end up with 2 brackets negative 4 take away 3 times 2. Now we're going to remember we do our brackets first, but where do we start within our brackets? Well, when we get inside our brackets, we do BIDMAS again. If there's more brackets inside, we do those first. If there's indices, we do that. Then we go division or multiplication, then addition and subtraction. So in this case, we have our multiplication first. Okay, so negative 4 minus 3 times 2, which gives us negative 3 times 2, which gives us negative 6, which is essentially saying take away 6. And 2 brackets negative 4 take away 6 gives us 2 negative 10. And remembering when there's a number outside the bracket and no operation here, that means we multiply. So 2 times negative 10 gives us negative 20. Okay, b plus 2c over 3. So remembering we expand that to be b plus 2 times c over 3, which gives us 2 plus 2 times negative 4 over 3. Now we're going to do everything on top of our division first, so we're going to start with our multiplication. So we end up with 2 minus 8 over 3, which gives us negative 6 over 3, which gives us an answer of negative 2. Now, when we have our division like this, it's important that we get the upper part of our division into one single number like we have here. Otherwise we can't solve that. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you have any questions, please make sure you ask. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks, guys.